Okay guys, what is going on? My name's Alex here. Welcome to AB Fitness. You're a little bit... I'm sorry for the extreme shaking. I am in my car going to work right now, and I have left about 10 minutes late, which means I might just make it there on time. But anyway, moving on. So today's video is like a really kind of random one. I'm sorry for it being so late. I've just been at work like literally every single day over the last few weeks. I mean like 1 or 2 weeks. Which meant that I think I've done like a few 12-hour shifts as well, which has literally meant I do not have enough time to record or edit or anything. So right now this is the first video I've made in quite a while. So what am I talking about today? So today is going to be more of a laid-back commentary, okay? Like, it's going to be more of a laid-back vlog, okay? I don't know what to call it. Let's just say that it's, you know, like a review of like advice and shit. Let's just say that. Okay, so this just to start me off. I'm gonna talk to you guys about what it's like actually having my job. So like, you know, being a lifeguard, because I was in I had my lifeguarding renewal not that long ago. I think it was like before yesterday or something. Yeah, it was on Sunday. Yeah, it was on Sunday. So on Sunday I had my lifeguard renewal, which is basically every 2 years you need to go and renew your lifeguard qualification, otherwise you lose it. And you have to redo the whole thing again. And I saw a few guys there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you know, I can't wait to get to work and work at as a lifeguard at Gosport Leisure Centre or Holly Hill or whatever, or Ferrum, or I don't care where." And they actually seemed very happy about it. And I remember I kind of was too. So this is why I want to touch on this. I want to give you guys an insight to what it's actually like. I've worked as a lifeguard for like 2-3 years now. Sorry, no, not even 3. Like about 2 years. As I said, I've had my qualification for 2 years, so that's give or take about the time I've been working. So, what is it like? Okay, first of all, let's start off with what everyone cares about: the pay. The pay is average. Okay, for what you get, it's like a £250 qualification. For what you get paid, I would say the job isn't actually worth doing. Jeez, my car is so squeaky. It's like, it screeches. It's so annoying. I wouldn't say that it's actually worth your money getting that qualification and then like getting a job as a lifeguard. Like, it's good because obviously you've got first aid qualifications, and if you get a defibrillator one, then you know how to use defibrillator and stuff. But I wouldn't actually recommend it as like a full-on, have it like as a little part-time job. Don't get me wrong, as a little part-time job, yeah, sure, whatever, but don't go in it full-time unless you actually want to be in the leisure industry and you want to get hired like as a area manager or whatever bullshit. Don't go into lifeguarding. Okay, go into something slightly like more personal training, or like something that you're more in charge of. Because lifeguarding, even though it's fun, and like, don't get me wrong, I love the job. Okay, I absolutely love the job because it is very rewarding. Oh, that was an RS5. I would 100% say if you want like a rewarding job, then sure, lifeguarding is good. But the fact that what they don't tell you about a lifeguarding course is the fact that you actually have to do a lot of cleaning. So like some of the cleaning, it's overboard. Okay, you're basically just a cleaner who can save lives. Like, that's literally it. That's your job. You're basically just a cleaner who can just lifeguard a pool. Pays alright. Like, I'm on £7.7 an hour on one job and £6.84 on the other job. Don't get me wrong, under English standards, that's actually quite average. But as I said, what else comes into play when you're a lifeguard? So, as I said, I think that it's a very rewarding job. So like, I've never actually had to go and save someone, because I've always somehow managed to get to the problem before it actually becomes a problem where I have to intervene. So I just say, like, other than like a few people running and falling and hitting their head, I've never actually had a serious issue. The only serious issue I've ever actually had, I'm gonna correct myself on that, was this kid was diving, and I told him not to dive, but he was diving head first without his hands in front of his head. So it was like doing that dolphin dive shit. And I told him, like, look, quit it, you know, you're gonna get your face, like, busted, you're gonna get hurt, there's no point in you doing it. He was like, no, I've got this, I've done it 1,000 times, and blah, blah, blah. You know what kids are like. And, so I told him, he jumps in, and he comes out, and his nose is bleeding, and he had a bad concussion. It was kind of funny, because I told him not to do what it was doing, but, yeah. I'm a real asshole when I'm lifeguarding, I'm a real asshole. But anyway, besides the point. So I've never had to go in, but I've seen a few other guys who've had to go in, and they come out and the parents are like, they're thanking them and all that kind of stuff for saving their child. But that's what I mean when I say that it's quite a rewarding job, that you actually get recognition for whatever you do from the parents, from the children, from whatever, which I actually really like, the fact that some people care. So it's not like obviously you have the odd person who's going to be like, who gets out and is just going to walk off, but like the only time that I ever actually had to deal with something really bad was when I was off shift. So I was actually on holiday, and I helped out these two guys. They went off of their quad, and I was the only guy over there who knew first aid or anything. So I was with my parents and my brother on holiday in Zante, and they went off the quad. One of the girl fell and sliced her head, so her whole face was just covered in blood. The guy had fallen off, his clavicle was broken, and a small bit of his heel was sliced to the point where it wouldn't stop bleeding. Like, it kept spewing out blood. It wasn't an artery, it was like, I think it was just a vascular bleed, but so it wasn't actually that bad. If it was an arterial bleed, then we would have had a real issue, because he might have just died. But luckily, they were both fine at the end, and the mum actually, I don't know if she was like their mum or their friend or something, but she was crying and she was saying to me, thank you and thank you and thank you, and I was like, dude, it's like, that's what I mean when I say it's a rewarding job. Like, you know what you're doing, and if anything happens, you could just react to it, and you just get used to things because of the way you've been trained. You just know, like, okay, this is happening, how do I react, this is happening, how do I... So you get put in that mindset throughout, I want to say your career, but I'm just going to say your job. So, okay, pay, and it's rewarding, that's cool stuff. But, what else is there after that? So after the pay and the reward and all that kind of shit, oh, he just got it very close to my car, I didn't like that. After that kind of stuff, you don't really actually have much. Like, as I said, it's primarily cleaning. Basically the whole job is cleaning and talking to people and making sure they're actually happy with their experience at the leisure center or the pool or wherever you're working. So, you know, as I said, I'm not sure what you'd class it as, but it's just like it's a social job, okay? So if you're a social person, then lifeguarding, you know, it's a good job for you. Would I recommend any of my friends being lifeguards? Probably not, because as I said, I know what it's like, and I don't like, I'm not the biggest fan of being paid to clean up after other people, because I hate it. I actually think if someone makes a mess, they should be the one cleaning it up, not us. But, you know. So anyway, this has been the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My battery's actually running out of charge. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.